Mr. Hanky, how you doing today?
What's happening, man? Good to be here, man.
Man, thank you for joining Rolling Out. We in the Bel Air studios right now, so we got to talk a couple of your hits.
Come on, man. Let's talk about it.
Let's do it. You produced some of the biggest club bangers in hip hop history.
Hey, man, that's a big statement, man.
And hey, don't be humble, man. Don't be humble. What are your top 3 favorite productions if you had to choose?
At the top, when you say club, I would say Throw It Off, that record that goes Walk Around the Club, F Everybody. That's probably one.
I ain't gonna lie, you snap.
Other one, the other one, well, before that, I would honestly the 2 records with the City Girls.
Twerkulator and
Twerkulator. I can't just do 3 because all of them was in the club.
They were all bangers.
Yeah, they was all in the club, but mainly the one Twerkulator because of what it made the women do. And the one with Usher, because it just made everybody feel good. And hold on, we only can do 3, right?
Yeah, just 3.
All right,
just 3. You got it. You got it. You produced "Living My Best Life" with Lil Duval.
Right.
Why did you get in the studio with a comedian?
Honestly, man, it was just the type of thing, man. It was an opportunity. Like I said, we got in there with my man Bebe. Shout out to Bebe. If y'all don't know Bebe, Bebe is the man behind Hurricane Chris's song "Hey Baby."
Hey Bebe.
All right, so the song
Hey,
is about
Bebe.
Bebe, who was a radio DJ out in Dallas by way of Shreveport, man. And so he was part of the whole Hurricanes deal. But Bebe hit me up and said, man, if you know Bebe talk like this, he said, hey man, I got this song, man, called I Want to Do a Zero. I want you to flip Luther Vandross, All My Love, but we're going to talk about weed for 420. And so I was like, all right, cool. So he's like, yeah, man, I'm going to put a little Duval on there. I was like, okay. So we got up. I had never met Duval prior to this, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm familiar with him, but I never met him. So, make a long story short, man, we sitting up there and we did the intro. He was just supposed to do the intro for the song. And then next thing you know, in the middle of the studio, he pulls out his phone. He's like, smile, bitch, come on. And so I'm in the studio like, it's just me, him, and the engineer, and I'm like, what is this going on? He's just like this.
It hit though.
He just, but there was no living my best life or nothing. He was just doing the skit, the internet skit at the time. And so when he got finished, I stopped laughing. I was like, cause he just out of nowhere, no warning or nothing, just did it, just like, boom. And I was like, man, you got a song for that? He was like, nope, I need one. I was like, all right, well, I got a couple of beats that might fit that tempo. That kind of, I know he like old school stuff, so I played BDSMP. I had flipped that sample. And then I flipped the Midnight Star. And he recorded the both of them. I thought it was gonna be, honestly, just full transparency, I thought it was just gonna be an internet skit.
Yeah.
Okay. I was, none of us was really taking this serious.
Not become the song of the summer.
Right. So what ended up happening, he did it, and we sent it to Snoop. And Snoop, man, just filled in the blanks. I thought Snoop was just gonna do a verse. He filled in the blanks to the actual hook. He filled in the hook. He did one of the most amazing Snoop verses I ever heard. You know what I'm saying? It just flowed. It just felt free.
Fit perfectly.
Yeah. So when Snoop sent the verse back, honestly, that's when it became a real song.
Yeah.
Okay. When Snoop sent the verse back, we both was like, "Oh, this is different." And at that point, we got back in the studio at Patchwork. Shout out to Patchwork. We got back in the studio, man, and I went to the restroom. I came back and he was singing, "I'm living my best life" to the top of his lungs. And I was like, where did that come from? What's that? Okay. That's gotta go in the front of the song. That feels like something. And honestly, that's what happened, man. So I've taken a lot of chances. I just be having fun, man, and going with it. You know what I'm saying?
You spoke about Twerkulator a little bit earlier, one of the City Girls' biggest hits. How was it working with JT and Young Miami?
It was dope, man. Shout out to Coach K, man. Coach K and P and them. It was a dope experience, man. Like super professional. They handled the business great. Brandra, the A&R, she was dope, and it was dope, man. My man came up. He knew them as well, And he was like, yo, man, I'm going to the studio with the City Girls. I ain't know him from a can of paint at the time, man, Slab. And he, you know, one thing led to another. Boom, boom, boom. We here.
So the City Girls aren't making music together anymore. But if you had to choose one of them to produce a song for, which one would it be and why?
If I had to choose between
JT and Young Miami to give a production, to give a beat to, which one would you choose and why?
I mean, I've done songs for both of them solo already, so that's I can
both of them gonna make a hit out of it.
Both of them, you know what I'm saying? They both got their own fun sway on how they come on records, on how they present themselves as artists. So I couldn't just choose one, man. Come on, man.
Hey, my man's media trained. I love it. I love it. So let's get into some Soulja Boy, because you worked with maybe the most original artist ever, and you started a couple of his early hits.
Man, first of all, let's get it right. No matter what they say about Soulja Boy is an icon, okay? He's an icon. And you gotta understand too, man, when I was working with Soulja Boy, I was fresh out of college. I just got signed to College Park Music as a producer. And I didn't realize what we had at the time. I didn't realize that this guy, I knew he was dope. The first song I heard from, we was in the studio. College Park had just bought a new studio on the south side. And the first song I heard from him was the "Y'all Bitch Y'all" song, right?
Y'all bitch, y'all.
Right. So he pulled in his laptop. He's like, "Hey man, what y'all think about this?" Like we just got done with the last Yin Yang Twins record, Hurricane Chris. Hey Baby was going crazy. He was like, "Hey man, what y'all think about this?" So we played "Y'all Bitch Y'all," and I was like, my mouth was like, "Nigga, this shit is genius."
It's hitting. It's gonna hit.
You gotta understand, man, I'm from East Atlanta, man. So like, you know, we grew up on Tell the Club Up and, you know, the whole Freaknik era, man, just having fun, just being outside. So that was right up our alley, you know, just as far as like just having fun and saying crazy stuff on record. And fast forward, you know, just seeing how he worked the internet, seeing how he worked YouTube at that time. Like he literally laid the foundation for everything that's going on. We wouldn't be doing podcasts if it wasn't for him, being honest. You know, so shout out to him, man. That, you know, the older I get and the more stuff I do, I'm like, damn, this is something Dre would do. This some real Soulja Boy stuff. Like, he started this whole thing, man. And to the point, man, I didn't realize how far ahead of everybody he was.
Ahead of the game.
Yeah, because one of his first shows here, I think it was at Center Stage. And I never forget, man, as soon as he got finished, him, A-Rab, and Jabbar, and Charlie at the time, and Southern Bread, all of them went back and pulled up their laptops. And I'm like, what are they doing? This is crazy. They're like, hey man, they waiting on it. So the whole posting in real time thing I saw from him in an early age, man, like that's what I said. He's an icon, you know, and it's funny when I see, you know, people be like, you know, Soulja Boy said he did it first. He really did.
He really did.
Like, full transparency, he's the one that introduced me to put Nicki Minaj on my radar.
Wow.
Right. So this was after the first album, working on the second album. And I'm in there with him all the time. This is when he started getting a little more street. You know, He's off the first album. He's not, you know. So we did a record with Gucci and Yo Gotti called Shopping Spree. Went crazy on MySpace. It was amazing. And then he called me. He was like, man, I'm in the studio with Chingy. I got this new artist. She been buzzing out of New York named Nicki Minaj. So I ain't the type of person to just do a bunch of research on people and stuff. I was like, okay, cool. Here you go. Here go a whole pack of beats. And they did this song called Wanna Baller.
Wanna Baller?
Wanna Baller. Like, they want a baller. Excuse me. They want a baller. So the song had Chingy, Gucci Mane, and Nicki Minaj on the hook. And I was like, okay, you know, that's who you want to put on it. She hadn't done it. She got a don't freestyle yet. Like, she was new.
This is new Nicki. This is Nicki before anybody knew Nicki.
This is Nicki before anybody knew Nicki type thing. You know what I'm saying? So as things progressing, she got a don't beat, and it went I was on the plane with Dwayne, iconic verse. And that was it from there. So shout out to Soulja Boy, man. Shout out to Dre, Miami Mike, the whole team.
Man, I got. Since you produced them, I need to know. You got to choose between these two iconic Soulja Boy songs: "Birdwalk" or "Booty Got Swag."
I would say Booty Got Swag.
Why?
I don't think I did Booty Got Swag. I did what's this other one? I did Twerk Fest. I think my boy John Boy did
Booty Got Swag.
Yeah, but I would still choose Booty Got Swag, man. Cause you gotta keep in mind, like me being a DJ, that's where I started from. Me being a DJ, I always tend to lean towards what make the women dance. Birdwalk was cool. Birdwalk was one of the
That's for the guys.
Yeah, Birdwalk was one of the records, man, we thought was gonna take off, and it didn't take off, and then Turn My Swag On went crazy.
Yeah.
And that was it.
And final question. Who is your favorite old school Atlanta group? Rich Kidz or Travis Porter? And why? You know you're the best person to speak on it. Like, we got to get the OG's opinion.
Yeah, because I worked with both of them. And I got to go with, like, shout out to Schoolie, shout out to Jose Guapo. We did a record. I think I only did one Rich Kid record we did with VIC called G5. And it didn't really we didn't really put it out. We just kind of put it out on YouTube and Spotify. I mean, not Spotify, what's that, MySpace. But I'll definitely go with Travis Porter, man. We did the Streets R Us mixtape. And the crazy thing about that was during the whole All the Way Turned Up controversy. And it was crazy being there during that time just to see how they persevered, because honestly, like Roscoe, shout out to Roscoe. Roscoe would be in the studio with us, and I didn't even know, like Roscoe was quiet as a mouse, man. Like he was just a homie that would come with them every blue moon. And so when the tape came out, man, it was crazy. It was like, I was like, man, they All the Way Turned Up going crazy. He was like, yeah, man, you know, that's ATL song. I was like, who is ATL? It was like the little kid that be on the corner. I was like, okay. So when the whole split happened with All the Way Turned Up, we immediately got in the studio. It was like, you know, y'all need some more music right now that's totally y'all's, that's not confused with anybody else, you know. And we got together, man, in like 2 days and did the Streets R Us mixtape.
Wow.
Doing BET weekend.
Wow.
BET Hip Hop Award weekend here in Atlanta, 08, 09. I forgot it was exactly what year, but we did that whole mixtape that weekend of BET Awards. So we had Call You with the New Boys, Lose My Mind, Waffle House. Here You Talking About.
Bangers.
I Just Want to Elf. Like I did like 6, 7 of them off of there, and it just took off to where they get now, man. So shout out to Travis Porter, Ali Quez, Strap, Charlie Techniques, the whole Street Execs, Porterhouse.
Thank you, Mr. Hanky.
Shout out Rolling Out.
Hello.
Yeah.